low ceilings. What are you laughing at?
You silly. You're like a child with a new toy.
It's the latest in photographic equipment from America.
Where do you want me?
It's up first.
Quite like old times.
All right. Watch the birdie. Watch the sky. See the people flying by. 45 seconds. Starting now. Long has paled that summer sky. Echoes fade and memories die. Autumn's frost has killed July, but still you haunt me, hands in wise. Ever drifting down the stream, lingering in that golden gleam. Love. What is it? What a dream. Time's up, you can relax now.
I shouldn't have come.
Goodbye, Alice.
Wasn't that a bit of a missed opportunity? You knew how much I loved you.
I did what I thought was proper, as a gentleman.
Did you regret it?
Yes. Every day of my life. On a clear day, I watched Alice and her sisters from my study window, playing croquet in the deanery gardens. sweet and innocent. They reminded me of my own childhood. The only place where pure innocence still exists is in the smiling face of a child, like a ripening flower. It's a rare thing nowadays. The world is so full of violence perpetrated by grown-ups. The undergraduates think I'm hot. Oh, there goes Dodgson chasing little girls again. Smirking little faces. Filthy little undergraduates with their smutty prep school minds. I mean, what is wrong with photographing children, eh? Why does everything have to be so dirty?
Wherever I look, I see Mr. Dodgson watching my girls, lurking in corners, peeping from behind rose bushes. I am deeply suspicious of grown men who associate with children, especially when they themselves are unmarried and childless. Why isn't he married? Why does he only have men friends? It is unseemly. Mr. Liddell assures me that a man of Mr. Dodgson's God-fearing reputation wouldn't hurt an insect, let alone a child. Well, that remains to be seen. Mr. Dodgson, why do you have such an inordinate fascination for the new study of photography? It seems a peculiar sort of pastime for a man in your position.
I have a deep admiration for form, especially the human form.
Children in particular?
Without question. A photographer, even a mere amateur like myself, has a duty to portray beauty in all its manifestations. I photograph houses, churches, cathedrals, landscapes, eminent figures such as Rossetti and Tennyson, but my portraits of children have been by far the most artistically satisfying.
Portraits? Is that what you call them? I allowed you to photograph my daughters because it was more convenient than having them sit for a professional artist, which can take anything up to tweaks. I am moderately happy with the results, except that you hardly ever photograph them as they are. They're always in fancy dress. Little Red Riding Hood, a Chinese mandarin, and other such fanciful concoctions. Why is that, Mr. Dodgson? You like playing with dolls, do you? Dressing them? Undressing them? This one of Alice, for example, dressed as a little beggar girl, looks like something you picked up on the streets of Camden Town.
Fancy dress is the only way I can get them to relax. Otherwise they get bored and they start to fidget. Alice as the beggar girl is an outstanding example. Lord Tennyson called it the most beautiful picture of a child he's ever seen.
It is a picture of Alice pretending to be a wretched beggar girl. It is not a picture of Alice being herself. It is not. How can I put this? It is not the real thing, is it, Mr. Dodgson? It is not the real Alice.
Well, in that case, I should photograph the real thing. Saturday afternoon suit. If you can't bring Alice yourself, perhaps Miss Prickett could bring her. I shan't need her for more than an hour or two.
Head and shoulders only.
Dear madam, I can't photograph half a child, can I?
Whatever do you mean, half a child? What nonsense!
Most children are partly arms or legs, but if a child is all arms or all legs, or if she is only a head and shoulders, that is what I call half a child.
Now you're being obtuse.
Clothing on a child is a perversion of the laws of nature. Perhaps you've seen certain pictures in the National Gallery of cherubim by the great Renaissance painters such as Tintoretto. I'd very much like to do something like that with Alice, with your permission, of course.